yourself, it's alright.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Danny Duffy, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, if you're looking for innings out of your starting pitcher, you're looking at the right guy. This guy seems to deliver more often than not, going deep into the games. He's one of those guys you feel really confident that could go into that 7th, 8th, and even the 9th inning, a workhorse.
Here's Robbie Grossman, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. He's set. Here it comes.
With the MLB draft already underway, a young prospect shares his expectations with a former coach.
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
I'm checking the numbers. I'm talking to my sources and my scouts, and they're all telling me, hey, this could actually work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
Let's see if he's pumping up mentally here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
Continuing our MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board. Jonathan Mayo, what do you think of this pick?
Man, I don't think any of us saw this one coming. This definitely feels like a reach to me. I had him more as a day 3 kind of guy. There was a split camp. A lot of scouts disagreed whether he's better as a pitcher or better as a hitter. I'm guessing the team felt that he's got potential on both sides of the ball, and maybe that adds some value to him. But this made me scratch my head a little bit for sure.
All right, Jonathan Mayo, thanks. What about you, Jim Callis? Was this a head-scratcher or the reach of the draft, as some of the other analysts have suggested?
Yeah, I talked to somebody with the team, and they're excited to get this guy. This is a guy they really want. And the 2 points the club made to me were, one, this whole debate, is he a hitter, is he a pitcher? What are you going to do with him? There was a lot of confusion. This team isn't confused. This team feels like he's got very good potential as a hitter and as a pitcher. They may even try to play him both ways. And they felt like there were a couple other teams that were starting to sniff around this guy. And, this isn't the NFL or NBA draft where you could trade down to get a guy you want. If you want a guy, you have to take him because there's no trades. And they felt like if they didn't take him where they did, somebody else was going to get them. And they just absolutely did not want that to happen.
Jim Callis, we appreciate the time. Thanks.
A minor league manager checks in with one of his players to discuss a launch plan for the young man's development.
Rolling along with a podcast and back on the prospect who's divided the scouting community, I am opposed to this belief that he went too high. I really think he could be a steal here. This is a guy who's got so much development left to do. He's got so much potential. And I think all the scouts who are down on him think, oh, he's not a finished product. We don't know what he is. That, to me, could be a good thing. He can hit. He can field. He can pitch. There is so much untapped potential so far for this guy. I'm excited to see what he becomes. And certainly as he gets started actually playing, actually being in games, we're going to be able to talk to some other folks who get a better read on him and see what they think. I'm excited for that. And frankly, I'm going to have my eye on him for a while.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Harrisburg Senators and the Somerset Patriots. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. Simeon Woods Richardson gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, if you're looking for innings out of your starting pitcher, you're looking at the right guy. This guy seems to deliver more often than not, going deep into the games. He's one of those guys you feel real.
Now at the plate is Corey Johnson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Patriots, the center fielder, Corey Johnson.
Here's the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. Slow little grounder left side. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record. Next up is Alec Keller. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Johnson is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors in 2. Now it'll be Corey Johnson, who bounced out last time up. First offering. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Keller is there, 2 down. So here is Corey Johnson. Flew out last time up.
Corey Johnson.
From the stretch. Yanked hard down the left field line. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. He's in at second safely as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game. And that right there was his first Double-A base hit. I would imagine he's got to feel pretty good about that.
I'm sure he does, Matt. A lot of guys never get to Double-A baseball. And even though this isn't the end goal for him, it's always nice to get on the stat sheet as you move up through the minors.
Ready now is Anthony Volpe. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Now at the plate, Charlie Aiken trying here to plate the tying run from second.
Aiken.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is worse than having to battle not only the hitter, but the umpire as well. He didn't get some of the calls there, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Just got to go right after the next guy.
Here's Mike Ford trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Johnson on third, Volpe on second. Aiken is over at first with 1 away. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 1 run on 2. Now to the plate, here is Ryan Volek. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. The 1-2 pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ali Castillo. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least. So you know he wants to make up for it right here.
And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Senators lead it 2-1. Stepping in next, Corey Johnson. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Here's the pitch. This one's flared off to the right side. Freeman takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. So stepping in is Corey Johnson. He flew out in his last AB. Now here's the first offering. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
So now here is Anthony Volpe, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Fielded cleanly. There's one. Turn the double play.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season. It certainly won't be his last.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Harrisburg Senators jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Tim Cate gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Matt Cronin hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Harrisburg Senators and the Somerset Patriots. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Michael King, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It will be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
So now here is Corey Johnson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Corey Johnson.
And the pitch. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, Matty, not easy to start opening day on the road and grab a W in the opponent's ballpark, but that's what happened, and they come into game 2 with a chance to set the tone in this series.
And there's one away. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Corey Johnson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Johnson.
Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Line drive base hit.
Find it. Find it. Yeah.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Next up, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
See it drive it, kid. See it drive it.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. On now to the top of inning number 4. Digging in next, Larry Holland, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Johnson will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. So now into the box is Jackson Reitz. He bounced out last time up.
Jackson Reitz.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The relay throw, and he's safe.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter.
And now in the box, Ali Castillo. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Johnson is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Next to hit is Corey Johnson. Singled in his last at-bat.
Corey Johnson.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. bouncer to the left side. Scooped up. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th. Up next, Alec Keller.
Now batting, the right fielder, Alec Keller.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Johnson is there. 2 gone. Bottom of the inning now, and coming forward is the switch-hitting outfielder, Corey Johnson.
The center fielder, Corey.
First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
First for the victorious Patriots, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, they left home.
We hear all the time from people around the game that Double-A is where you start to see the breaking balls that are really set apart from what you've seen before. That can be a big challenge for a young hitter.
Absolutely. And I think, when you think back to, some of the pitchers that I faced, some of the guys that you face in the big leagues for 5, 6, 10 years, you're thinking, man, I saw him somewhere. Yeah, it was Double-A, because when you see most prospects of any organization, they pretty much go to Double-A just to get themselves over that hump and get ready for the league.
You had a breakout season at the Double-A level yourself. What was it about you that enabled you to have that kind of campaign?
I was very confident, and I thought, if the confidence could just stay with me consistently, which is very hard to do at any level of baseball because it's a game of failure, I just try to be consistent every night, whether it was, defensively, offensively, just bring something to the table. Go home with something where you felt good, and I didn't have to think about that game when I went to sleep.
A Double-A hitting coach touches base with a new arrival to the team.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Somerset Patriots and the Harrisburg Senators. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Carson Teal gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him? Now is Corey Johnson, as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he will score now from first. And the throwing mistake there, getting the ball in, is going to wind up costing him. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
1-1, here it is. High and deep to straightaway right. Right fielder looking up at the track. The wall. Gone! A two-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Yeah, you never want to give up anything in the first inning, but to go down 3-0, it's just painful. Can't afford any more early mistakes, or the hole's going to be too deep to climb out of.
Into the box, Corey Johnson. He doubled his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Make the turn,
and
find the
finds some
ball, make the
outfield
turn.
grass. It's a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Now batting.
Now at the plate here is Mike Ford, and we'll see what he can do here after going deep his first time up.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last AB, that was a pretty good fastball down in the zone, so that tells me this guy likes to get that bat head down, and he covers that low pitch quite well. It's difficult at times, though, because as a pitcher, you're taught to stay down in the zone. If you do that, you're throwing it right into this guy's wheelhouse.
Striding in is Mandy Alvarez. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. The 0-1 pitch. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Going back is the left fielder. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
Striding forward now is the DH, Corey Johnson, singled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
0-1 the count.
Deep drive it like you can. Let's go.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field.
Round hard.
Dig hard, go do. Continues as this is down for extra bases. The run scores from second. It's 8-0. And he is in at third with a 2-run triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Ford. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Johnson on third with 2 out. Skied into straightaway right. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Digging in will be Corey Johnson, and he'll complete the cycle if he can blast one over the wall here.
Johnson.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. McGowan, originally from New York State. He throws a slider, a 2-seamer, and a 4-seamer. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Left fielder is on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the... Making his way to the plate once again, Corey Johnson. And all eyes are on him as he needs a home run to complete the cycle. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
I'll find it, find it, find it.
He doubled up on the heater right there. First one, he blew right by him. Second one, timing was on point, and he was able to get a hit.
Here's Mike Ford. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his shoulder in that one, Matty. Down on 3.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Well,
the play's been made, and with it comes the end of the inning.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
10-2 the final in this game. The Patriots jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Alexander Vizcaíno earns his first win of the season. Carson Teal struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The show's continuing coverage of AA Northeast League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Somerset Patriots and the Harrisburg Senators. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Reed Schaller, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, Matt, this guy's one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. You're not going to see a bundle of strikeouts, not an overpowering guy. Puts the ball on the in and outside corners, up and down in the strike zone. A pitch-to-contact guy, so if you're looking for strikeouts, you're probably not going to see a boatload from this guy in this one.
That misses 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And there's one gone to start the night. Next to stand in is Cole Freeman. First.
Cole Freeman.
1-0.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
1-1.
Here we go, right now, fellas.
And there's ball 2 now.
Count is 2-1.
The 2-1 home. Lined into left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
So now to the plate, Aldrin Corredor. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. The 0-1 offering. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. Even at 2-2. The pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. We've played an inning, still 0-0. And now here is Larry Holland, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Jammed him there as this is rolled out to short. Reined in. And that's the first out. Next to dig in, Jackson Reeds. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball one. Bottom of the second here with no score. This is popped up. And there's out number 2. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Osvaldo Duarte. Trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. The windup and the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Aiken's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Stepping up is Phil Van Valkenburg. Comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, nothing in 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Line drive base hit. He's around first, heading for 2.
No runner, not hold.
And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Tim Lakdawala is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Wade backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. So next to bat will be Ali Castillo. He's 0-for-1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Van Valkenburg leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. So now here is Cole Freeman looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. Now to the plate, Alec Keller comes into this at-bat 0-for-1 in the ballgame. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once. There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Stepping in once again is Aldrin Corredor. 0-for-1 for him here in this one. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Ball 2.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Swung on, but fouled off to the left.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Zahner will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Next, it'll be Larry Holland. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it'll be the catcher, Jackson Reeds. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Zahner arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Next will be the designated hitter, Osvaldo Duarte. Flew out last time up. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Phil Van Valkenburg is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Lifted down the line in left. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
2-2. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and next will be the speed threat, Ali Castillo.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
Strike 2 called on the inner half, 0-2 now.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Ali Castillo becomes the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning. In now, Cole Freeman.
Batter number 15, second baseman.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes.
And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
This is their time right here. This starting pitcher has been on point all day. Runs have been at a premium. They have an opportunity to do something special right here.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot. And he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
Scooped up. Again, a 1-2. And he strikes out. And oh boy, all he needed was a fly ball somewhere to give him the lead. But instead, there are 2 gone now.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit, or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Larry Holland is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it, and the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Now into the box, Jackson Reeds. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Skied down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. And he makes the catch in the corner. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Osvaldo Duarte. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. swing and a blooper down the right field line. Wade ranging into the outfield, and a diving try, but it's off his glove, and that ought to be a one-out hit. At the plate, Phil Van Valkenburg, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those long darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed, off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Tim Lactawala stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. And that misses 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone. Big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 hit, 1 left. 8th inning coming up, and we still have no score. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Ali Castillo. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this lands foul for the first strike. Swing and a liner. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. Next to hit, Cole Freeman. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Hit out towards second. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Next, here is Alec Keller, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
And he fouls this one off. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. We've played 8 full. The Thunder are on top, 3-0. Brooks Kriske enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Number 82, Brooks Kriske.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Somerset crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Corey Johnson earns his first win of the season. Brooks Kriske closes the door for the save, his 2nd. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshow.com.
For the Senators, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Somerset Patriots and the Harrisburg Senators. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Your Harrisburg Senators.
Second inning set to go, and digging in is the DH, the switch hitter, Corey Johnson.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no. So the next to bat will be Corey Johnson. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense. He saw it where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Back up. Oh, no, that got him.
All right, hang on. Right here, right here.
But he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. So stepping in is Zach Zahner. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. 3-2 with the bases loaded. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get to second for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. So next to hit is Tyler Wade. The potential tying run for him at third base.
Tyler Wade.
He's set. The 0-1. Grounded to short. And they'll tie the ball game as the run scores, evening things at 2. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't. And stepping in, Corey Johnson singled in his last at-bat.
Corey Johnson.
Now the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Let her rip.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let her rip.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1 and 2. Misses, ball 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Sliced hard on the ground, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Now to bat, Mandy Alvarez.
Now batting, third baseman, Mandy Alvarez.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Holland is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. 0-for-2 for him to this point.
Second baseman, Tyler Wade.
The 2-1 home. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Pick up the ball,
Over to first, and that retires the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors in it. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the DH, Corey Johnson.
Corey Johnson.
First offering on its way. Too low, 1-0.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
That's popped up, and that's going to land foul. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Here comes the 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move, and a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
The third baseman, Randy Alvarez.
The 0-1 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. And now, Zach Zahner flew out last time up.
Left fielder, Zach Zahner.
Popped him up. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? Now at the plate is Tyler Wade. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Here comes the 1-2. There's a base hit on the line. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 4-2, the final score today. Harrisburg wrote an important sixth inning to victory in this one. And Ronan.
Actually happening. The organization has decided to try him as both a position player and as a pitcher. They're really trying it here at the AA level. Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline is with me. Jonathan, do you think this can work?
I mean, can it work, Ben? Yeah, of course it can work. It hasn't worked all too often. There are more and more teams who are trying to make it work. Most of these guys as amateurs were two-way players. They don't specialize usually until later on. And often they choose one or the other. You see more and more teams really making an effort to let players do both, to see maybe one jumps to the foreground on its own organically. It's awfully hard just because of the amount of work that you have to put in to excel either as a hitter and position player or as a pitcher. Naturally, some work is going to be taken away from one or the other if you're splitting your focus. And that's why we haven't seen it too often. Guys have to be tremendous athletically to be able to do both. The work ethic has to be off the charts. It's happened a couple of times at the major league level, but it's few and far between. So I'm really interested to see if it's going to work out in this case.
A prospect receives a check-in from his agent, who wants to make sure his client's career is being launched in a way that suits the young man's goals and ambitions. A minor league pitching coach offers advice to a new member of his staff.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the AA Northeast League. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Somerset Patriots and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Now at the plate, here is Corey Johnson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The center fielder, Corey Johnson.
And now the first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, guys, loud contact right out of the gate. I like where this is headed. Let's hope that this is the start of just a monster offensive output by both sides.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Anthony Volpe trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. The 1-1 home. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Here comes the 0-1. Skied down the left field line.
Get halfway.
And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Batting fourth.
Here's Mike Ford. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. The 3-1. And that's low, ball 4.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Mandy Alvarez.
Here it comes, 0-2. Now this is slowly hit to short, probably too slowly to get to second for 1, and nearly a double play. That was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue. Digging in, the switch hitter, Corey Johnson. He collected a base hit his first time up. From the stretch. McDowell, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back.
Come on, big guy.
The 0-1 on its way. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. The 1-1 home. Lifted down the line in left. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So no runs, no base hit. Next up is Vinny Capra, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Corey Johnson. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
Ball 1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Lays off 2-2 now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Here now the 2-2. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Next, it'll be Anthony Volpe. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded. So here is Charlie Aiken. Now the 1-1 pitch. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Right to him. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that. Now it'll be Corey Johnson. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Good off-speed pitch. Had him out in front for strike 1.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Count is 1-2.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half. So kicking off the top of the 9th is Corey Johnson, trying to pad their lead here before the bottom of the inning. First offering. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Anthony Volpe is on deck. Hard hit to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Oh, man. So close, but yet so far. Can you imagine giving up 1 hit, pitching such good baseball for 9 innings, but 1 base hit kept him from baseball history.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. The Patriots jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Michael King earns his first win of the season as he tosses a complete game one-hitter. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight we And now the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well. And I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball. He's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
A ball and 2 strikes.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Here comes the 1-2. This is skied into short left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out. Now at the plate, Corey Johnson. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Corey Johnson.
First pitch on its way.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. One and 2 now.
Come on, let it fly right here.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Now to the plate, here is Mandy Alvarez. Comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. Wisely, no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue. Next up, Corey Johnson singled in his last at-bat.
Corey Johnson.
He's set, now the pitch. Set, and the 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moore comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Digging in next, Corey Johnson. He flew out in his last AB.
Corey
lifted in the air to center field. Minuta will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Fisher Cats lead it.
Yeah, this will wind up being one of those kind of saves you used to see back in the 70s. I'll tell you.
17.
Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline joins me on the podcast today. Jim, do you think this two-way experiment can work?
Well, it's difficult. It's interesting to take a look at, but there's a reason this doesn't get tried very often, is that it's very hard to be a big league hitter. It's very hard to be a big league pitcher. And when you're trying to do both at the same time, it really increases that degree of difficulty. I always think of a guy like Dave Winfield, who was probably the best two-way player. He's drafted in football and basketball too. Unbelievable athlete coming out of Minnesota. And the Padres took him right almost at the top of the draft. He'd struck out 15 in his last College World Series game. And they didn't even mess around with it. They just put him in the big league. They put him in the big leagues, but immediately as a hitter. So it'll be interesting. It can work, but it's that much harder than trying to just make it as a one-way player.